G'day guys, welcome back into another video on the channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be doing my preliminary finals tips. Only two more games to go to the grand final, the two prelim finals. Whoever wins out of these two games will be going into the grand final and facing off for premiership glory. Obviously we've got the Swans taking on Port and Cats taking on the Lions. One of the games being at the SCG and the other one being at the MCG. This video will be out very late. I do apologize. This will be out on the Thursday afternoon because I am recording this on the Thursday morning. So yeah, I do apologize for that because I just really haven't gotten around to filming it. I made all the graphics and thumbnail and all that, but I haven't gotten around to filming it because usually the tips do come out on the Tuesday at about 4 or 5 p.m. Enough talking, let's just get straight into the predictions. First up, we have the Sydney Swans taking on Port Adelaide at the SCG. Obviously, a big home ground advantage for the Swans. We all know how big that home advantage is to the Swans. As we saw 2 weeks ago in the qualifying final against GWS, they bet GWS and then they pretty much eliminated GWS. I reckon if that was at NG Stadium, it would have been a whole different story and GWS would have gone through to the home prelim. Port Adelaide winning an absolute thriller over the Hawks last week. The Hawks not able to get the job done. With James Sicily having I think in the last 5 minutes he had 3 shots at goals. One of them was so easy, could have been an easy goal. It was like just outside, I think it was like 20 metres out right in front. And then the other two were reasonable goals to be missed. But yeah, realistically, James Sicily, he fucking threw the game for the Hawks last week. So Port Adelaide escaped out of that, luckily. So this game is at 5:40 p.m. Australian Western Standard Time. It is the Friday night game tomorrow night at the time that you guys will be watching this. I have a really weird feeling that Port are going to absolutely smash them, even though it's at the SCG. Because we saw the last time these two sides faced off was back in round 21, I believe, where they smashed them by 112 points at the Adelaide Oval. But that was at the Adelaide Oval, and that was kind of where the Swans were in their little shaky patch. So, with that being said, I'm going to go the Swans. I'm going to go them to win fairly comfortably by 14 points. And for the outs for Port, they've got Todd Marshall out with a concussion protocol. And then they've got Charlie Dixon. Obviously, he wasn't able to play last week because he was apparently very sick. He could not play. And Ryan Burton is all cleared of injury and can play. And then for Sydney, Callum Mills, who they're going to be replacing him with, is Robbie Fox. Never heard of the guy in my life. But I feel like that is a big out for the Swans. But however, I'm going to go the Swans. I'm going to go them by 14 points. Alrighty, now moving on to the second game. Second and last, because there's only 2 games, obviously. The Cats take on the Brisbane Lions, who got Can we just pause for a second and talk about Brisbane Lions last week? That was phenomenal. I don't know if it was phenomenal from the Lions or the Giants just shit themselves. Because I believe the Lions were down by 44 points with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. And somehow they've came back. I think they kicked 8 goals and they managed to win by 5 points. 100 to 105. It was absolutely ridiculous. And now moving on to the Cats. Last week, obviously... Oh, actually, no, they didn't play last week, did they? Because they got, obviously, a home prelim. 2 weeks ago, they bet Port at Port's home ground by an amazing margin. It was huge. It was obviously a shit game to watch, but good for the Cats and the Cats fans. The outs for Geelong, Zach Tui omitted. I don't know what that's all about, but Tom Stewarted in. That's good. And for the Lions... They actually haven't released their in and outs yet, even though the game's in a day and a half. 2 days, sorry. Just under 2 days. But yeah, they haven't released their in and outs yet, but I don't think it's anything drastic from what I've heard. But just being that it's at the MCG, I'm going to go the Cats, and I'm going to go them. I know that in 2022, it was the exact same scenario. The Cats won the qualifying final against the Pies and went to a home prelim. And then the Lions won an elimination, then a semi, and then faced the Cats in a prelim. So it's the exact same. It's literally the exact same game. And in that game, 2 years ago, the Lions got absolutely flogged. I'm not sure by how much it was, and I'm not going to bother to have a look, but it was a pretty big margin from what I remember. And I feel the same thing's going to happen, and the Cats are going to go through to the 2024 Grand Final to face off against the Swans. Also, my margin for that game was 39 points. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Only a short one, probably like 5 minutes, because obviously only 2 games. It was like that for the last week. So pretty much what I've just predicted is a Cats versus Swans Grand Final rematch, pretty much. A 2022 Grand Final rematch from 2 years ago. That's what I have predicted. I don't really like it. I really didn't want it to be a Cats Swans Grand Final. What I want to happen is I want it to be a Brisbane, or I just don't want the Cats playing. I just really don't want the Cats playing because it's just boring having a rematch from 2 years ago. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new, as we just recently hit 300 subscribers. I think at the moment, as I'm recording this, we're at 307. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.